The best Middle Eastern fragrances you can get right now in 2025. Let's talk about it. What's going on, guys? My name is Nuit. Welcome back to AROMATIX. Today, we're just gonna cut straight to the chase and get into some of the best Middle Eastern fragrances that you can get today. I'm gonna start off with something that was released, I think, in around January at most, and it's called Xeena's Hypnotic Amber. I personally love this scent profile, and if you're into fragrances that do nutty, ambery, vanillic, and sweet, this is insane. When it comes to its performance and its projection, it checks off every single box, and it will last the entire day to the next day on clothing. It's called Hypnotic Amber. This is most appropriate for the cooler weather, but honestly, during a little bit warmer nights, it'll do just fine. Don't spray it any more than about 4 times during the warmer weather, and you'll do just freaking fine. They also have Imperial Blue, which I think is really good too, and it's a clone of Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum, but for me, I like the sweeter and richer scent profiles. Anyways, moving on to the next one, Armaf's Club de Nuit Extrait de Parfum, the revival and the ultimate clone of Aventus. Pineapple, woods, birch, super sexy. This gives you just like executive vibes. Performance for this one on clothing, it'll last the entire day, up to the next day on clothing. Projection of this is not gonna be anything that's slapping people in the face. It's gonna be a moderately projecting fragrance, but it does leave a very nice scent trail. The pineapple in this and all the quality of ingredients is super high, so when you smell this pineapple, it even smells more naturalistic than the Aventus itself. Nowadays, if you're still looking at Aventus, don't even bother, bro. This one is so much freaking better. Moving on into something that is vanillic, sweet, a little bit of this like saffron, peppery vibe. It's Mahd al-Dhahab by Arabiyat Prestige. They also have one called Marwa, and it's a juicier version of like Louis Vuitton Imagination, a lot more citruses, but I personally love this. It's boozy, it's spicy, it's also sweet and vanillic, and it's very sexy. It kind of reminds me of something between like Angel Share meets Baby Cat, but it is inspired by Drunk Lovers by Born to Stand Out. But how many of you guys even know what the hell that is? Yeah, that's what it basically smells like, a combination of both. It's got the booze, it's got some jammy fruits at the top, and then also that saffron is fuzzy-like texture that dries down into something vanilla. Completely unisex and very damn sexy. Performance for that also lasts the entire day. It's more of a sillage leaving fragrance than it is like a projector. You do want to be careful with the trigger on this one. You don't want to spray it more than about 7 times, at least for me personally. Seasons of this one, you could potentially get away with it during the warmer nights, but I wouldn't say that this is going to be better, or I would say that this would be better during the cooler weather. Moving on into something that's a bit more appropriate for the summertime, this is called an Equestrian Series Pierce by French Avenue. It's going to be polarizing for some, especially because of its use of vetiver. Vetiver is one of those notes where it's like you either love it or you hate it, and it's because it has this certain level of bitterness, and it comes from similar scents like grapefruit. Think of a grapefruit. If you like the way it smells, this is a good one. If you don't, you probably won't. But this is inspired by PDM's Percival, which in itself kind of had people who loved it or hated it. That pomelo along with this vetiver note and some ambergris, that's what this one has. It gets pretty damn close. I would personally say around 85 to 90%. And even considering the price point and what you get, I think just value, overall sheer value is excellent. Now, obviously there's going to be differences, and I would personally say that most of this difference is going to be from the quality of that salty natured ambergris that this one doesn't quite capture at like a $400 price point fragrance. But still, for being upwards of 85 to 90%, it's excellent. Longevity for this one does outperform the Perseus as well. I get no less than 8 hours with this scent profile. Perseus does give me a solid like 8 hours. Honestly, I wouldn't say that this is too much more than Perseus. I would say it's probably, you know what, it's probably right on par with Perseus. I only tested Perseus about 3 to 4 times, so based off of memory alone, which all of it really is, this one gets damn near close to its performance. Let's just say it's on par with its performance. Moving on, this needs no introduction. It's Vulcan Feu. It smells like a carbonated mango soda that starts off very bright, fresh, effervescent, and then drying down into some dark and more ambery woods. You will get compliments with this. The way that this one smells, it's just next level shit. It's like, what in the fudge is that even? It's as simple as that. Also releasing 2025. Most of these you can find on shoparomatics.com. Not every single one of these, but you can. This one will be soon to shoparomatics.com. It's worth every freaking penny. If you were to close your eyes and smell this, you would think it's niche. Nothing cheap about this. The only thing that I would personally say is cheap about this is maybe the cap, but the scent profile, it's niche. Like, I'm not even gonna say it's damn near niche. No, it's niche. So there you have it. It's called Vulcan Feu. Mango, carbonated soda, fizzy, also lasts the entire day. Projection for a solid 3 hours, you're good. It's a 10 out of freaking 20. Or, no, wait, no, it's a 20 out of 10. That's what I wanted to say. Moving on to the next one. This is staying true to the title, right? The best releases of 2025. Khadlaj Island. This is one of the closest ones when it comes to the Altair DNA. The one difference that I will find about this, or that I did find about this one in comparison to Altair, is that it has like this waxy vibe on skin as it starts to dry down, kind of going into like like the candle territory. Still though, for the price, it's around 35, 40 bucks. It's worth every penny. On skin, it gives me about 4 to 5 hours. On clothing, a solid 8 to 9 hours. So you definitely want to make sure you're spraying it on clothing as well as on skin. Now, in regards to how this compares with Liquid Brune in itself is a better version of Altair. So I wouldn't even say that it's like, this is closer to Altair, but what it has in you know, similar to Altair is going to be like this cotton style of vibe. I don't know what it is. It's a green bitterness that comes with an undertone of that orange flower that you'll find in Altair. This one also has it, but it's true as a clone. It's a closer clone for sure, but Liquid Brune doesn't have that bitterness that I personally find it to be a better fragrance overall. It has more of like this ambery praline. If you want a truer clone, this will definitely be a truer clone. Now, in regards to the performance, it does, like I said, doesn't do that well on skin, but on clothing it's absolutely worth it. And it is worthy of being on this best releases of 2025. I'm working on compiling that list for the Clone War of Altair. Stay tuned. I'm almost certain that this will be at least top 3. Just the way that this one smells, the quality, overall longevity, it's worthy of it, especially at the price. Now, if the prices went up above like 60 bucks, you know, $59.99 or something like that, then we'd have a different topic on our hands. But even in regards to that, it's cheaper than some of the Lattafa ones, and the Lattafa has that bitter green cotton mouth style vibe, even more intense than this. So I don't care what kind of performance some of those will get, they're just not closer, and also that vibe just kills it for me. Last but not least, this is, I haven't smelled anything like this before, and that in itself, in terms of its like uniqueness, it's amazing. It's called Royal Blend Bourbon. This stuff is like bourbon on the rocks. Like, it's crazy how boozy it is. Like, you're talking about pure malt and all those other scents. This is like big boy version of that. It also outprojects it, outperforms it. It doesn't have the fruity nuances you'll find with pure malt. It smells nothing like it. But when you think of boozy scents, you'll come across some like Angelman pure malt, now discontinued, etc. And this is, oh my God. Super strong. On clothing, it'll last to the next day, and projection is incredible. It's got this resinous vibe, also that, you know, malt style of DNA, but it doesn't have anything fruity to it. Dry, boozy, sexy, and resinous. And that's pretty much it. Vintage version is also pretty damn good. Projection and performance for these, they're all day. I'm just not the craziest about Kilian's old fashioned, but if you are, and considering the price point, it is worthy of at least the mention. Needless to say, I like this one the most. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, some of the best releases of 2025. We're only in May. March, April. No, we're only in April. So knowing these brands, they keep dropping these bangers, we might be here again. And so you don't miss those videos, make sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.